mais voz.
Senhoras e senhores, o Deus do metal, gritem para ele, scream for Bruce Dickinson! Woo! Hello, sir.
Hello, Mario.
Hello! You already know my name. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Renato told me.
Okay, that's fine, Renato, of course.
How are you, sir? Nice to meet you. What an honor.
Bruce, you're amazing.
What an honor. Where do you want to sit?
You can sit here with me?
Choose your throne.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to sit
Okay.
here.
Yeah,
Right
let's sit
there.
together.
This.
You can pick one if you want. You can throw to the guys too if you want to.
You want to throw?
No?
Go on, I'll sit here.
Yeah.
No.
You're
I'll
gonna.
take it.
Is that good?
You can sit there.
That's all right.
You can sit wherever you want, my dear.
Hello. You just got the back of my head. I'll have to turn around. Oh, there's people all the way down there.
Yeah.
There's people over there. Hey!
Bruce Dickinson, galera, aqui no palco do Omelete. Bruce, should I call you Bruce, Mr. Dickinson, Metal God? What do you prefer?
Mental God.
Yeah, whatever you want. I don't care. I just the guy that does the washing up. I mean, whatever you like.
All right.
So I need to ask you, how's it going so far here in CCXP for you?
How's it been so far?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? It's I'm always late for everything, and this whole thing has been completely on time.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh my God, you mean I'm actually going on at 6 o'clock? Ah, you know, because I'm always late. But it's been brilliant. I mean, the world premiere of the video was, I think, went down really good. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it's on YouTube now. But the first time anybody saw it ever was here in Sao Paulo tonight, which is great.
Thank
That's
you so
amazing.
much for the honor.
Speaking of it, can you explain to everybody what is the Mandrake Project? It's surrounded in mystery. We have an amazing comic book happening.
Yeah.
What can you tell us?
So the Mandrake Project is an album. It's the name of the album. The comic is a 12-episode graphic novel, kind of adult. There's lots of stuff in it. There's lots of sex and drugs and violence and all kinds of stuff. But it's basically a story about a guy who is looking for his identity, Dr. Necropolis. He's an orphan. He's a genius. And he hates it, and he hates life, but he's involved in the Mandrake Project. And the Mandrake Project aims to take the human soul at the point of death, capture it, store it, and put it back in something else.
All right.
And the guy that's running the project, Professor Lazarus, he has one vision of what's going to happen with this technology, and Necropolis has other ideas.
All right.
And on we go with the story.
Nice. How did you come up with the idea to mash together music and comics?
Well, I mean, I think they do kind of go together.
They do, yeah.
They really do. And music and games, music and comics, comics and games, they're all related. But years ago, Iron Maiden, we were doing some cover art, and I said, why don't we do like a comic, like the comics that I used to read when I was a kid? Like,
sure.
I was a big fan of the Silver Surfer, right?
Yeah, me
Huge
too.
Silver Surfer fan.
Philosophical, dramatic, very heavy metal.
And the Human Torch. When I was a kid, I wanted to be the Human Torch.
Amazing.
You know, I mean, he's grumpy, but fuck me, he flies and sets fires to things. Yes, that was me.
You got pretty close, yeah.
Yeah. So that was anyway. So when I suggested doing some covers, comic covers, we did some single artwork for Iron Maiden, and I thought, you know what, this is kind of cool. Then later, Maiden had like a video game called Legacy of the Beast. We still do. But what came with the video game, somebody produced a series of comics. And I thought they looked fantastic, but they lacked a story. And that got me thinking, you know, what if you had an album that had a story that could be turned into a comic and the two things would work together? As it happened, they've actually grown apart.
Oh.
So the album in 2014 was going to be one comic with the album, that's it. Then COVID happened, other things happened, 7 years went by, and I had a 12-episode graphic novel.
Yeah.
And I went, I don't want to restrict the album to being like a script for this. These two things exist separately, but they inform each other. So you can look at the album and go, oh, yeah, that's kind of related to the comic. And you look at the comic and go, oh, I see that might be a little bit related to the album, but they're not dependent on each other, you know? So you can buy the comic or you can buy the album or both.
But you can listen to the album while you're reading the comics?
Yeah, I mean, you can do, yeah, you know. But I mean, there's one episode every...
But it's going to make sense.
Yeah, no, well, eventually it won't. Because by the time you get to episode 12, it will have gone really somewhere else, you know.
I see, somewhere else.
It's about 2.5 years down the line. So we're going to have one episode every 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Now, Mr. Dickinson, just like everybody else in here, I guess, I've been listening to your voice since I was very young. And one of the things that got me into heavy metal was the fantasy and the sci-fi aspect of it.
Yeah.
It seems to mix, I mean, it obviously mixes so well. Why do you think that happens? Why do you think heavy metal has some sort of a special relationship with fantasy and sci-fi?
Because when I was a kid, that's what I wanted.
All right, okay.
So you were a nerd.
So
were you a nerd? Considered a nerd?
I was actually a nerd.
Like playing video games, reading comic books?
No, didn't have video games when I was a kid.
Okay.
I used to play war games like Warhammer.
Yeah.
Oh, Warhammer, okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Well, they didn't have Warhammer when I was a kid,
Okay.
but I used to make my own model soldiers.
Sure.
And we'd do the same stuff as Warhammer, but with tanks or with gladiators.
Did you used to paint as well? Paint?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you did?
Tiny little figures. I do all the painting, and then, you know, you'd go out there with your percentage dice and your measuring stick, and you'd go, oh, yeah, well, I just wiped out your unit. I go, no, you measured it wrong, you know, and all this stuff. You know.
That's pretty nerd, yeah.
Yeah,
it
pretty
is.
nerd. And I spent most of my time when I was a kid, a lot of my spare time, I was hanging around in libraries and just reading all kinds of weird stuff. Whatever I could find that was weird, I was reading it.
Because heavy metal does this. It takes you traveling around the history, around the cosmos, like any other music genre can, I guess.
I mean, look, we all know that reality, basically, reality sucks, right? And so if we can offer people a world where you don't have to live in the shitty reality of now,
that's what
and
we
you can
do
live
here.
somewhere else, that's great,
That's what
you
we
know.
do. Exactly just what we do here.
Yeah.
And Bruce, we know that you came to Brazil a lot of times, so you're not a stranger to us or the country. You know that it's very hot here, you know, like a tropical country and everything, but we have these metal heads using black clothes and leather and boots, no matter how hot it's out there. They're
I know.
like,
I've seen some amazing outfits. I'm like, I want that for my stage outfit in April, you know.
why do you think Brazilian people are so passionate about metal?
Well, well, look, I like people who are passionate about anything. You know, it doesn't matter what it is, but you know, obviously, because I'm in kind of metal world and music world and video and a bit film, and I just love passion, and you know, and not some people use the word aggression. I don't like that word. I prefer passion, you know, because it looks the same, but it's not. You know, people just love stuff so much. They get so excited, you know. And honestly, that's why I'm starting my solo tour effectively in Brazil, because I want to start the band and everything. I want to start with the best audience in the world.
There you go.
Here, you know.
A gente é a melhor audiência do mundo, olha isso. Olha a moral que a gente tem, hein? Caramba.
You're using the word passion, and before you came in, I asked them to scream for you, just like Scream for Me Brazil.
Absolutely.
One of your famous albums. Can you remember what was like the first time you got this passion? Because it's quite different from the European and the other crowds, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, the first time we came to Brazil was 1985, before a lot of people here were born.
I wasn't born yet.
And so 85, the very first Rock in Rio. And it was a little bit chaotic, you know, because it was the first one. But the love was amazing. The audience was amazing. And so that's what made everything worthwhile. And we, you know, we had some pretty amazing audiences in Europe. The Italians, you go to Italy, they're very, very, very explosive audience, you know. And the same thing in Spain. The hotter it gets, the more crazy people get. And we thought those audiences were like, yeah, they're the best, right? And then we came to Brazil and we went, who the hell? Where is this place? Wow, you know.
And now I'm going to ask, because it's your first time in a comic event, like a pop culture event, I imagine, right?
Yeah, this is
the first time.
Yeah, this is the first time, because it's the first time I've ever had anything that's like a comic or a graphic novel to say, oh, hello, here I am, you know.
And do you think the nerds here can't be as louder as the metalheads in your shows?
Oh, yeah.
Vamos lá, mostra que vocês berram alto.
Look.
Who's louder?
You know, I mean, what is, look. Oh, hello, there you go.
They're so in love with you.
There you go, yeah. Nerds of the world unite, all right? You have, you know, seriously. If the world was run by nerds, why
it would
bother?
be a better place.
It would be a much better place. Yeah.
It would.
Right?
We're almost in control. We'll get there. I was playing around calling you a heavy metal god, but in all seriousness, does that weight of being so important to hundreds of millions of people and to represent the whole movement, does that weigh on you, or is it something you just get used to, the responsibility, or not? Do you ever think about it?
No,
No, you don't?
I don't. I mean, you know.
You're about to.
Now
I get on the weight scales, and I'm still 70 kilos, you know. So that hasn't changed. So I don't feel like the weight of the world on my shoulders. I just feel not a responsibility, not even a duty. I just feel I love the music so much that I have to do my best to communicate it whenever I'm doing it, whenever I'm singing, whatever it is I'm doing. I just think, let's just make it really good so that people can use their imaginations and go to other places, go to the places that I go to when I sing it, you know? It's a beautiful thing, you know?
It sure is. Unfortunately.
Yeah, we could be here with you forever, I guess, and I think the crowd would think the same, but we are running out of time.
Oh.
No.
So, yeah, unfortunately. But if you want to stay, you can stay with us. We're okay with this, you know?
We're all of us running out of time.
Yeah, we are, unfortunately.
slowly.
But can you take a photo
We're all
with
somewhere-
us? A photograph here?
Let's take a picture with the... Okay.
Hey.
Who's gonna take a... Quem vai tirar a foto aqui, ó? Temos o Trota ali, ó. Trota, vamos lá
Vem,
conosco
Trota.
aqui, ó.
Mas é que o Trota não... Vem?
Primeiro com
Lá.
ele.
Is that a dragon egg? That is a dragon egg.
It is. That's
That
a dragon
is a
egg.
fucking dragon egg.
It is.
A dragon egg. You want to hold it? You can.
You want to
can do
spit
whatever
fire
you want.
into it to see if
Come on.
it hatches?
Either that or I'll just put it and boil it in the morning for
It
my
is for
for
you.
a big egg. You know, if you
Yeah,
can you
you
eat dragon
can
eggs?
open it if you want to. It's
That's
okay.
a heavy metal egg, yeah. Heavy metal omelette, you can do it.
Whoa! Now you can call me
As
if
a
you want to.
telephone?
Yeah, you can call Tribuzzi if you want to. So cool! Ele amou, gente!
Right, fantastic.
Galera, gritem mais uma vez aqui para o
Vai,
Bruce
Josh!
Dickinson!
I think this one is for you, maybe? Yeah, someone just throw it.
Was it yours? Really? It's yours. There you go.
Thank you so
Valeu,
much!
galera!
Bruce Dickinson! Todo mundo!
Thank you, Bruce! Sure, you can take it with you,
it's
yeah.
okay.
Back to England, so we can speak.
Ai, gente. Queria ter até conversado mais. A gente nem perguntou do filme.